Everyone knows you need money for retirement. But what if I told you there's something that you need even more for retirement, and most people don't realize it until it's too late? This one thing determines whether or not you stay independent or you struggle with every step. Thing you need is strength. And no, it's not just about looking good. Lack of strength is the cause of most of the challenges that retirees face. I'm going to cover 3 topics in this video. And stick around for number 3, because that's the one that surprises most people. It can completely change the way you think about your limitations. Number 1, balance. Now picture this. You're walking down the sidewalk with your dog on a crisp winter morning. You step on some ice, you start to slip, your heart jumps, and boom, you're on the ice. Now falls aren't just bad luck. They oftentimes happen because of a lack of strength. Slippery sidewalks, rocky trails, even on a pickleball court. Falls can happen at any time. And here's where most people go wrong. They think that standing on one foot or on a Bosu ball is how they increase their balance. But that is testing balance. It is not building it. I'll cover how to do that in future videos, so make sure you follow. All right, number 2, muscle aches and pains. Now here's the crazy part. People that suffer from aches and pains the most, not just the couch potatoes. Now, I see 2 types of groups with muscle pains. Now, the first one is the obvious one. It's the sedentary folks, busy with work, family, or just not moving very much. Now, gravity, it still pulls on us. And if we don't have the strength to fight it, those muscles and joints that are weak, they're going to lead to pain. And now, that second group, the one that really surprises people, it's the very active folks. Now, my sister says this all the time. She's like, I know this guy. He's the fittest guy I know. But why does he have all these pains? And I'm not just talking about soreness. They run every day. They bike hundreds of miles. They swim laps like a machine. But here's the problem. They're strong in one way, but weak in every other way. Their training is missing a critical piece, that strength in the proper places. Do you see the pattern? Whether you're inactive or overactive, if you don't have strength, your body will pay the price. Now, here's the good news. Strength training doesn't just prevent injuries and pain, it also relieves that. Think of your body like a tent. The poles are your bones. The ropes that hold it stable, those are your muscles. Now, if those ropes loosen, what happens? The whole thing collapses inward, and that's joint pain. When your muscles are weak, the joints don't have the support that they need. And so every movement that you make, every step that you take, it's grinding at an unstable foundation. Strength training makes those ropes thicker and stronger. It rebuilds those muscles around those joints, giving them the support and structure that they need to live pain-free. And here's something that some people don't realize is that that weak muscle is not just weak, it gets tight. Your body tenses up those weak muscles in order to protect itself. But what do most people do in that case? They stretch. But stretching those muscles is like pulling on a tight, frayed rope. This weak tent that's collapsing, some of the ropes on it are loose, some of them are really tight. They're all small, frayed. And the joints, they're grinding each other, bent out of shape. It's not a good situation. Now, here's the real problem. A storm is rolling in. Strong winds, heavy rains. That small little weak tent doesn't stand a chance. I mean, a light breeze may knock this tent over. That storm, it's an accident, illness, disease. That light breeze, just walking down the stairs, going to the bathroom. Weakness will make simple things seem really hard. And when life throws that challenge at us, that's when we need that tent to stay up. So, when you strengthen those muscles, it makes your body feel less vulnerable and allows it to move pain-free. This is why most of my clients that say they have bad back or bad knees will really turn it around when they have proper strength training. And that leads us into that biggest myth of all, the third point, flexibility. And here's why. Your body won't let you move into those positions that it does not feel safe in. If it doesn't think it can get out of it, it won't do it. And that's a built-in survival mechanism. Ever notice when squatting down that your body just stops at some point? It's not your bones, they're just tight muscles. That's your body saying, I'm not going any lower because I don't feel like I'm safe enough to get back out of it. The more weight that you're putting into the movement, the less flexible the body will allow it to be. But when you train through that full range of motion, allowing your body to strengthen itself in that stretch position, that's when you start to feel like you can get more and more flexibility out of it. And this applies to lots of different movements, squats, pushing, and pulling exercises. Strength unlocks flexibility. Where do you struggle with flexibility? Let me know in the comments. I'm sure you're not alone. All right, let's bring this all together. Number one, falls due to weakness. Number two, muscle aches and pains due to weakness. Number three, lack of mobility, flexibility due to weakness. One of the major reasons that retirees suffer through lack of mobility, muscle pains, and lack of balance is due to that lack of strength. It's not just age, but here's the good news. You can fix it with strength training. Now, I know there's a lot to strength training, like what type of movements you should be doing, how often you should be doing them, making sure you're doing them properly. There's much, much more. Now, there's a lot of great resources for progressive overloading strength training, and I'm going to pull them all together on this channel. Now, I specialize in strength training for retirement, and I want to help you stay strong for the life you actually want. I think this saying kind of sums it up. There are 1,000 things a healthy person wants, but only one thing a sickly person wants. All right, don't let weakness decide how you live your life. Start building your strength today and enjoy the retirement you deserve. For Retirement Resistance Training, I'm Dave McDougall.